And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, again with another episode of this Miami Marlins franchise. And today is the beginning of the National League Division Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers. This Dodgers team is kind of absolutely insane. So we got the Marlins definitely have their work cut out for them here in this series. You got Trey Turner leading off for this team. About a 315 on the season with a 380 on base percentage. He's an absolutely ridiculous player, on base machine. Chris Taylor also batted over 400 with a 410 on base, at least 292 average for him. He had a great season. Mookie Betts, a pretty good player here as well. 860 OPS, 270 average for him this year with 23 home runs. Will Smith is, of course, one of the better young catchers in baseball, and he finished the year with a 349 on base and an 878 OPS with 106 RBIs and 30 home runs and 30 doubles. I mean, that's ridiculous right there. Edwin Rios, not great. Gavin Lux didn't really have a great season either. It actually declined in his contact ratings. Max Muncy kind of struggled. But he's a good player still. Cody Bellinger was okay this year. Decreased a little bit in that power versus righties category. But, the point is, those top four hitters on this lineup are absolutely insane on this team. And then the pitching, this is probably the best pitching staff in baseball right here. Walker Buehler finished with a 2.60 ERA. Julio Urias finished with a 2.73 ERA. This season, he's only 25 years old, which is crazy, but yeah, he had an insane year as well. And then Clayton Kershaw, an ace guy, has a lot of playoff experience. He's got a 3.39 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP this season. Tony Gonsolin has a 4, not too bad at all. And then Dustin May is their number 5 pitcher, and he had a pretty good season with a 3.4 ERA and 129 innings pitched. So an absolutely ridiculous pitching staff here and a good lineup for sure for the Dodgers. There's a reason that this team is the number 1 overall seed in the National League, or in the National League, and their bullpen is, it's decent here. It's not really formatted in the best way, in my opinion, but it's a good bullpen for sure. Tyler Anderson was decent. Haney wasn't that great, but Blake Trinan was perfectly serviceable. Vesia was really good. Tommy Kahnle was really good. 6 runs in 27 innings for him this year. And then Craig Kimbrel was one of the best closers in baseball, and probably won the reliever of the year. Actually, no, Giovanni Gallegos did, I'm pretty sure, in the National League. But he had a great season, though, with a 2 ERA, basically. So now we're going to go into this bowl game here, and this is Game 1 of the NLDS. So we'll have Game 1, the full thing here, and then we'll probably quick manage Game 2, and then that'll set us up for the next episode here. Whatever happens, wherever the Marlins are at in terms of this series, whether it's tied 1-1, whether we're somehow up 2-0 or we're down 0-2. So we'll have, at the very least, we'll have 2 episodes at the very least of this division series. We might have 3, just in case we have a Game 5 situation in the Game 5 scenario that might make it 3 episodes of this divisional round. But again, who knows what will happen in this NLDS, so we just gotta take care of what is right in front of us. If you're Miami here, win, 1 game at a time, and winning here in LA is not going to be easy, of course. This is a hard park to play in, a hard team to play against. But, we had a good season. The Marlins had 89 wins, and, we played the Dodgers a little bit this year, and I don't remember, I think we split at least 1 series with them, and we might have lost another series against them. I'm not sure what our record was against the Dodgers this year, but I know we've played them a couple of times. But either way, there is Walker Buehler out on the mound, and another look at those stats a little bit further. 225 innings this year, 189 hits allowed, 47 walks, and 173 strikeouts. So definitely a great season by Buehler. Was in the running for the Cy Young Award over the course of the season. There's John Birdie had a triple and that opening in that wild card game, if you can remember. I think he had a triple and a home run in that game, actually. And he will strike out here on a knuckle curve that is way down there in the dirt that he does not hold up his swing on there. So, 1 out in the bowl game. Immediately gets the first out here. Now it's Jazz Chisholm with 2 down in the inning. The first pitch to Chisholm is a ball crushed deep to right field. And Jazz Chisholm will get the scoring started here in the first inning for the Marlins. It's 1-0 in game 1. As Jazz Chisholm got a hold of that baseball and absolutely crushed it. And Miami will begin this game well here. And man, Jazz Chisholm had a good wild card game too. And he's continuing that success here into this series. And yeah, not a great location there by Walker Buehler. And just, Chisholm knew it right away. And 430 feet there on the distance. Wow, no doubter. Into the seats, about halfway up into the stadium. That is a monster home run. There's a ground ball by Garrett Cooper. And they're going to go the short way there to second to end the top of the first. But Jazz Chisholm delivers the Marlins a 1-0 lead here after the top of the first inning in this divisional series. So, a good start for Miami in this bowl game. And on the mound for Miami in this one is going to be Sandy Alcantara. I'm not sure why they're not showing you his numbers here this season, but he had a 2.93 ERA if I remember correctly, and had a really good season. Our second best pitcher on the roster, and he could definitely be prepared to pitch in a game like this. So here's Trey Turner to lead things off for the Dodgers in this one. And there's a ground ball to Anderson, who is going to take care of it, throws it to first base in time for the out. So 1 down in this bottom of the first inning. And again, there's a reminder of that lineup as well here. You got Turner, Taylor, Betts, Will Smith, Ed Rios, Gavin Lux, Max Muncy, Cody Bellinger. For some reason, Ryan Ward is there batting last. I'm probably sure that's not really a guy that they want to have in the lineup, but anyway, he's there. As there's a swing and a miss. Chris Taylor down on strikes on a slider that got him fooled. And a good pitch here by Alcantara. Yeah, that ball basically in the dirt there. And no chance. Who's now Mookie Betts at the plate. 0-1 to Betts is a drive out to deep left field. Garrett Cooper is at the wall, and that ball is gone. Just to the right of the bullpen, out there and left, and we are tied here in the first inning. It's 1-1. Mookie Betts coming out swinging in the bottom of the first, so both teams start the game out with a solo home run with 2 down in their opening frames. And there was that was a no-doubter as well for Mookie. 409 on the distance, getting into the seats out there. So now here's Will Smith. First pitch to Will Smith is a fly ball to Sanchez. And 6-0, or not 6-0, that's not 6-0 Sanchez. That's Jesus Sanchez making the play to get the final out of the first inning. So both teams with a solo homer in the first inning here in this one. And an interesting start. 1-1 after 1 here in game 1. Top of the second inning now. JJ Bleday will take a fastball upstairs for strike 3. Good pitch by Buehler there. And now 2 down in the inning for Brian Anderson. 243 average during the regular season with 6 homers and 25 ribbies. As a 2-1 here. Ground ball over to third base. Nice stop. And the throw across the diamond is going to be in time. So, Wheels there making that play to end the top of the second. Inning as 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Dodgers here in this frame. Here's Max Muncy at the plate. 1-2. It's on the corner. There at the knees, and it's strike 3. Alcantara gets the benefit of the doubt maybe a little bit with that call here. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, you could have called that one a little low, but I think it caught the bottom of the zone. And you can see it there on the replay of it there. That's a stolen base attempt, and it's not going to work as Jacob Stallings cuts down the runner trying to go to second base. Great play there by Stallings. So enter the second inning, both teams with 1 run, 2 hits. So here he is, Jacob Stallings, at the plate now. .258 average for him over the course of the regular season. And a 1-2. Swing and a miss late there on a fastball upstairs. So Buehler's got a strikeout here per inning so far in this one. And now John Birdie comes back up. 0 for 1 strikeout, of course, last time up. And now he is going to swing and miss at a slider. And kind of a dangerous pitch by Walker Buehler there. A high slider, but it fools Rojas, and now 2 down in the inning. Now, there's a pop-up by Sanchez, or fools Birdie, I meant to say. But that's a pop-up, and Rios makes the play. So a couple of strikeouts and a pop-out for a 1-2-3 inning by Walker Buehler there in the third. 8-9, and then 1. Bottom of the third is Ryan Ward, and I mean, not great numbers during the regular season. Not really a lot of, not a great sample size either. Well, let's see what he does. 1-2 pitches, a drive, and that ball will fall in for extra bases. It's going to roll to the wall, and it's going to be a double for Ryan Ward. Making his postseason debut for the Dodgers, and again, not maybe the guy that they want to start this game. I think the CPU kind of probably called down somebody that they should not have on this roster, but he does come through there with an extra base knock. So now here's Chris Taylor. Had that strikeout in the first inning, his last time up here. 2 down in the bottom of the third, and Alcantara gets the sign. He now comes set. The pitch is a drive out to center field. Sanchez on in the move, and that ball is into the netting and gone. Chris Taylor with a blast to straightaway center field, and the Dodgers go out in front. 3-1 ball game here in the third inning. And any part of this LA lineup can hurt you. It's such a deep batting order. And the top of the lineup is just so nasty, as Chris Taylor salutes to the camera there after that home run. And let's take another look at it here. There's a no-doubter from Chris Taylor laying that bat down. Yeah, 439. That ball was crushed. My goodness, the longest homer of the game so far. And now Betts is going to drive one. It's pretty deep out to center, but Jesus Sanchez is there to make the play. So, end of the third inning, Chris Taylor will put the Dodgers in front here with a 2-run homer. 4 hits, 3 runs for the Dodgers through 3, and they now have a 3-1 lead. So here we are now in the fourth. Here's Jorge Soler at the plate, and Soler will foul a slider off. Man, that's a pitch you gotta crush if you are Soler. 53rd pitch for Buehler tonight. And it's on the corner, I guess, down on the black at the knees. Man, that is a hard pitch to take if you are Soler, but a little too close for comfort, I guess. It caught the bottom of the zone. So now Garrett Cooper at the plate, and Cooper's going to ground it over to first base. That's a stop, and the throw back to Buehler to end the top of the fourth. And, this offense is so good that you really have to continue to score. You really can't get away with just scoring in 1 inning only. As there's a ball that's dropped into the gap here. Garrett Cooper's not going to get to it, so it's going to roll to the wall for extra bases again into second with a double. So another inning here with a extra base knock for Edwin Rios. Now it's Gavin Lux at the plate here. 1-2. Ground ball to Chisholm. He is going to take care of it. Put up to third base goes Rios. So now 2 down. Here in the frame with another run 90 feet away. 1-0 now to Max Muncy. And the 50th pitch for Alcantara. Line drive to John Birdie. And on 2 hops, he does take care of it to end the fourth. So, that's the end of the fourth inning. There's a big 0 put up by Alcantara, but the offense doesn't do anything in the top half of the fifth. There's a sinker for strike 3. excuse me, for strike 3 at the bottom of the zone there. Alcantara with his 3rd strikeout of the game. And there's a ground ball over to Anderson. And the throw was offline, and it's going to be an error here. All the way to second goes the runner, and that is a big mistake right there by the shortstop E5 on that throw. And now it's Chris Taylor, and grounder over to first, so Bradley will take care of it there, and the arrow does not end up coming back to haunt the Marlins at all. In that situation, it's still a 3-1 game. Offense has grown cold here. They haven't gotten anything since the first. Now Jacob Stallings back up again. 1-2. It's a swing and a miss on a slider at the below the knees, nearly at the dirt. They had 6 strikeout now for Walker Buehler, who has just really been efficient in this bowl game so far. And there's a fly ball to Sanchez, and that is going to be caught in the outfield. So, man, middle of 6th, and the Marlins offense has really disappeared in this game, and they still trail by 2 runs. So 3-4-5, heart of the water coming up in the 6th, and here's Mookie Betts now coming up again. 1 for 2 with a solo homer back in that first inning. 0-2 here. Is a swing and a drive. This ball's crushed out to center, and Sanchez gives it a look. That ball is gone. Mookie Betts with his 2nd of the game, and a 3-run lead now for the Dodgers. Here in the 6th inning, it's 4-1. Man, the offense for both of these teams, only really a couple of innings that we've seen it come alive, but Miami's, they just aren't scoring enough. They haven't gone back on the board again, and this Dodgers team just so quick to strike at really any time. 434 on the distance there to basically straightaway center field, and now Will Smith is going to line one into the outfield here, and with nobody out in this 6th inning, Alcantara at 74 pitches. That is going to be the end of the game for him. So, 5 innings only, 3 strikeouts. 4 runs allowed, and he is responsible for that guy there at first base. So it will be 5 if he comes across. Not an amazing start by Alcantara in this one, I'll say that. But now it's Tanner Scott, who was excellent in the regular season, and he's going to let that one fall in, and Garrett Cooper's not going to get to it. It's going to roll to the wall. And that is going to score a run all the way from first base. Comes the runner, and it's 5-1 LA on a double by Edwin Rios. So the lead keeps expanding here in the 6th inning. And, just the perfect location for that baseball there in the gap. Nobody out still. Here's Gavin Lux. And Lux is now going to deliver a base hit up the middle. Rios is going to come around 3rd. He's going to score without a throw to the plate, and the Dodgers will add another run. It's a 3-run inning now. Here in this 6th inning, still nobody down. 6-1 LA. Max Muncy at the plate now. That ball gets away from Stallings, and up to second base goes Gavin Lux. No chance to get him there, so now Gavin Lux is in scoring position. And, things going from bad to worse in this inning right here. Full count by Scott. There's a line drive foul down the line. And let's see here. Max Muncy can. We need an out. We need something to go in the Marlins' way. And that is ball 4. So, Tanner Scott just really struggling out of this bullpen right now. 2 men on. Here comes Cody Bellinger to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in this game. But he's got a great RBI chance right here. 1-0 is a little chopper back up to the mound, and Tanner Scott will make the play just barely at first base there. Runners will move to 2nd and 3rd. Finally one out here in this 6th inning. And now Ryan Ward coming up to the plate. 1 for 2. He's got a double in this game already. 1-2 count here from Scott. Is a swing and a miss. There's a slider. on the outside part of the plate, and that was a good pitch there by Scott. A huge second out right here. And, I mean, a filthy pitch. No chance for Ryan Ward to make contact with that baseball. So now 2 down for Trey Turner. And a 2-2 pitch here from Scott. Ground ball, back up the middle. 1 run is going to score, and around third comes Lutz. And the throw to the plate is not going to be in time. 2 more come across. A 2-run single by Trey Turner. And, I mean, a new pitcher here. We're going to bring in Eliza Hernandez, and this was just a brutal inning. Man, it didn't start out well, and just not, I mean, just a bad outing. I mean, no other way to put it. Really bad outing by Tanner Scott in this game. And now it's a 7-run lead for the Dodgers. And, I mean, this game going into the 7th inning almost out of reach for the Marlins, who still only have 2 hits tonight. So, I guess a complete game by the Dodgers right now. The offense has been clicking, and the pitching has been excellent. I mean, Walker Buehler has just been incredible tonight. So a 2-2 here to Jazz Chisholm, and he is going to swing and miss. There's a fastball there at 96, blown past him, and Buehler now with 7 Ks tonight. J.J. Bleday here up at the plate, and Bleday is going to crush this ball deep to left field. Bleday tosses his bat. He knows that ball is long gone. There's a no-doubt home run from J.J. Bleday. 438 on the distance on that one. And, I mean, the game isn't completely over yet. It's not over until the last out has been recorded. So that'll get the Marlins back within 5 here. 8-3. First run since the very first inning in this game. And finally something else off of Walker Buehler. I mean, that was perfect pitch, or perfect swing timing by J.J. Bleday, who, only had 6 or 7 home runs, I think, over the course of the regular season when he was up playing. But that's a big home run. His first postseason home run of his career. It was a blast to straightaway center. So, now here's Brian Anderson, man on. And that's a fly ball. It's fairly deep to left, but it will be run down and taken care of there. So that'll end the top of the 7th, but I mean, Bleday does get this game a little bit closer for Miami. Now they have 3 runs and 4 hits, but still down by quite a bit. And this bullpen for the Marlins has got to do their job and hold this game right where it's at for the offense to have a chance to get back in this game even further. So here's Hernandez back on the mound in this 8th inning, or in the 7th inning still. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Will Smith. Now 2 down in the inning, man on second for Gavin Lux, who is 2 for 3 in this game with an RBI and a run scored. He's had a good one tonight. And a first pitch is a pop-up in the infield. Birdie there makes the catch to end the 7th inning. And that's a big hold by this bullpen here. So can the Marlins offense continue this comeback? John Birdie at the plate. And there's a swing and a miss at a nasty slider in the dirt. And that's the 8th strikeout now for Walker Buehler tonight. And, I mean, there's a filthy pitch. Yeah, right down, almost in the dirt. Didn't actually touch the dirt, but I think it actually might have. Never mind. But either way, that was a good pitch. Now Jazz Chisholm up. And Chisholm's going to fly deep center, but it is run down and caught. So that'll end the top of the 8th, and that probably will end the night for Walker Buehler, who, 8 innings, 8 strikeouts, and yeah, we're going to bring in Blake Trinan from the bullpen for the Dodgers here. So, man, 8 innings, 8 strikeouts, and, 3 runs and 4 hits for Walker Buehler tonight. He was really impressive in this whole game, that's for sure. Jorge Soler is going to ground it into the center, or into left field here for a single. I mean, Blake Trinan had a really good regular season, so it's going to be hard. You gotta muster 5 runs in this 9th inning somehow. Garrett Cooper at the plate. There's a swing and a miss at a cutter. And now the Marlins down to their last 2 outs here in this game. Here, J.J. Bleday had that 2-run home run in the 7th inning. And here's the 0-1. It's a ground ball. Oh, it's stopped by Trinan. And that's a double play to end the game. And the Dodgers take game 1 here in this one in LA by a final of 8-3. So, I mean, the Dodgers really used that 6th inning to pull ahead in this one. They got 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And the Marlins offense, I mean, only 2 home runs tonight, only 5 hits total. Just didn't do enough in this game. Walker Buehler pitched 8 really good innings tonight. And Sandy Alcantara struggled. And then, you know, I mean, the bullpen here didn't really do its job either. I mean, Hernandez did a good job out of the bullpen. But Tanner Scott really struggled out of the pen in this game. So that's an 8-3 win. A pretty complete team run for the Dodgers. And, you know, I didn't actually expect us to make the postseason in year 1 anyway. I don't really expect us to win this series. I mean, I know the Dodgers they're just a really good team. They're just a solid team. And they've also been here more than, you know, the Marlins have not really been here to the playoffs very much. First time since 2020 that they've been to the postseason. And, I mean, they just don't have a lot of playoff experience. These Dodgers do. I mean, everybody on this team has a lot of playoff experience for the most part. So, it's a tough task, and, you know, there's a reason that we're definitely not favored in this series, but I still would hope that we would be able to put up a fight, of course, in these games. But our season now down to the last 2 games here. As you got to look at the notable players. Mookie Betts, the player of the game for the Dodgers, he had 2 home runs tonight. So now we're going to go into game 2. We will quick manage this bowl game here, unless and then we can, you know, hop in to the game later on if it's a close one, of course. But I really like, I mean, I've said this before about MLB The Show 23, but I really do like the updated presentations that they have for this game. That definitely makes it feel a little bit different, and I mean, I like that, because every single game that you play in, you know, 20 in the older versions kind of seem the same. It's not really the case with this game, so I like that. But I also like these. Actually, do like these jerseys here that Los Angeles that I'm having Los Angeles wear in this game. I actually think that, you know, if they would have designed their City Connect uniform something like this, it would have been a lot better than what they have in real life. But anyway, there's Sergio Urias, who is pitching in this game for the Dodgers, and there's a look at John Brody, who's got an 1,000 OPS with, you know, a home run, an RBI, and a triple in the playoffs so far. But here we go into the quick managing here, and again, we will, you know, of course, you get to see what is going on in this game, but we'll only jump into this one if it's a close one here. Trevor Rogers pitching for the Marlins in this one. He had a really decent season, a ERA of just over 4, and, you know, he's never pitched in the playoffs before, so this is his first ever playoff game that he's pitched in, and we'll see what he can do in this one. Bobby Bradley up there. He can't get anything going in the top of the 2nd. There is a solo home run from Will Smith. So again, the Dodgers get on the board first in this game. There's a double by Justin Turner here. So a couple of back-to-back extra base knocks. Now Kevin Pillar is actually in the lineup in this game for the Dodgers here. There's a sac fly from Cody Bellinger. Brian Ward, he will strike out, but a 2-0 lead for LA. And the offense for Miami has not really done much to this point. Ground out, fly out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Okay, good job from Rogers there, the toughest part of their batting order, probably. There's a double by Jazz Chisholm. Now it's Jorge Soler, and there's another double. So Soler gets the Marlins on the scoreboard here in this in the 4th, actually. Strikeout, and there's a fly out of Blade. So it's a 1-3 game. Now here's Will Smith, had that home run last time up. He's going to pop it up. Justin Turner in his 2nd at-bat of this series, and he's going to get another hit. And there's a 2-run home run from Max Muncy. So now it's a 4-1 game, and Kevin Pillar at the dish, and he's going to hit a base hit. I mean, this is the issue. Now the Dodgers are stringing hits together, stringing base runners together. Trey Turner's going to walk Bases are now juiced for Chris Taylor, and Chris Taylor is going to double all of those runs home. 7-1 now, and Trevor Rogers is just not doing it at all. He's really struggling here. And there's 2 more runs. Oh my goodness, this inning is ridiculous. Wow. 7-run, bottom of the 4th. And that is, that's just not, you're not going to win a game if you give up 7 runs in 1 inning. And there's 2 more. Ryan Ward with a 2 RBI double. And it's 11-1 here in just the 5th inning. So, really ridiculously bad. Man, nobody can get an out here at their pitching staff. There's a fielder's choice. Another fielder's choice. So, that was a brutal inning there in the 5th. I mean, the offense here, this game, basically out of reach already here. Can Anthony Bass finally, yeah, I mean, okay, there's a shutdown inning. But, yeah, you give up 11 runs, you're not going to be able to win the game. It's just not going to happen. Brian Anderson will get a 2-run home run, but we're still down by 8 runs here right now. Bass trying to get 1 more inning out of him, and there's a 1-2-3 inning, so okay. I don't know why we couldn't be doing more of that, you know, at any other point in the game. But either way, we're going to probably go to Anthony Bender, it looks like, out of the bullpen. And he's going to go up a base hit to Chris Taylor here. There's a double by Mookie Betts, so it's 12. Oh, never mind. It's another run. 13-2, and another single. My goodness. So Anthony Bender gives up 3 runs in the 8th inning. 14-3. And Bruce Dog comes into the game, and that was absolute domination right there from the Dodgers in Game 2. 14-3. I mean, nobody pitched well in that game. That was really brutal to watch right there. The Marlins get absolutely smacked, and it just, I don't know, I guess it just seems that the Marlins are not ready for the type of team that the Dodgers are. They're just not there yet. There seems to be a pretty considerable gap right now between us and the top dogs in baseball, which is the LA Dodgers. That's kind of the bar for the best team in baseball is LA. And the Marlins right now probably not there at that level. 16 hits and 14 runs given up. I mean, your chances of winning a game like that, basically 0. So, that was a brutal game. I mean, brutal way to start this series if you're the Marlins here. And now, your season is on the brink. So, the Marlins are going to have to win 3 games in a row here against LA. They will go back home to Miami. So, there's definitely a better chance of them winning a game at home in their home ballpark. So I think the Marlins can win 1 of these next 2 games, but again, the likelihood of them winning this series is not that great right now. I mean, look at that. 9 runs allowed by Rogers today, 2 by Hernandez, 3 by Bender. Absolutely awful bullpen pitching tonight just pitching in general, really, for the Miami Marlins in this ball game. But that will do it for me in this one. I mean, only 2 home runs in that whole game by Los Angeles, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 7 guys with an RBI for LA in that one. And, I mean, just a dominant win by LA tonight. So, or a game 2 there. So, that'll be the end of the episode here for me, everybody. Julio Urias pitched a really good game, though. Actually, 8 innings. 6 hits and 3 runs allowed, 8 strikeouts for him. So the pitching has been there for the Dodgers as well, of course. But that'll be it for me. There's a look. Clayton Kershaw will be pitching in the finale game. There's a look at the playoff bracket. The Redbirds, the Cardinals, have actually gone up 2-0 against the Mets. That's kind of a surprise. They're New York and Houston tied at a game apiece. And LA and Cleveland also tied at a game apiece. So next time, I mean, it might be the final episode of Season 1. Miami has got to win 3 in a row here against the Dodgers, and they'll go back home to try and win this one. Sixto Sanchez on the mound for Miami. But that'll be next episode, everybody. Make sure you subscribe so you know when that video comes out. Hope you're having a great weekend and a great rest of your day. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars. God bless.